All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with a video on a vegan slave called Earthling Ed. So, you may not know this. This has probably gone viral right now in the, how should I put it, the vegan community or whatever they want to call that. The slave diet community, like this slave over here, this, I don't know what you want to call him, conditioned governmental propaganda slave, whatever, vegan slave. All right, man. I'm gonna do a reaction video to this Earthling Ed dude. So Earthling Ed says people are quitting veganism. Is this why? Well, let's listen to what he has. I already know why they quit veganism. You just have to go off their experience. It's called the Vegan Compilation. You can find it all over YouTube. You can find it everywhere. Because they're quitting because veganism doesn't exist. There's only two things out there. There's no such thing as diet. Diet is fake. It's man-made. There's no such thing as diets, veganism. There's none of these diets, paleo, whatever. They're all fake, okay? There's only two things. There's herbivore and carnivore. Humans are carnivores. And what do humans as carnivores eat? Meat. We eat meat. That isn't a diet. That's what you eat. You are a carnivore, you eat meat, okay? You're a human, okay? Anyways, let's hear what he has to say.
Now, by this point, we've all heard the phrase ex-vegan, and usually it's a phrase that's attributed to some online influencer, someone who was dabbling with a plant-based diet for a little while, and then makes this video.
You can't be an ex-vegan because it doesn't exist anywhere in this planet. It's fabricated by people like him. It's made up. It's made up. It's a word. It means nothing. It's a behavior. Look. What you're doing out in nature is a behavior. Your behavior will dictate. You're born with instincts to survive, and your instincts will tell you, will drive you, and guide you where you need to go and what you need to eat. That's why you're carnivore. You usually eat animals. We eat animals, okay? Because it's based on our instincts to survive. Now, I don't know what kind of instincts he lives on, maybe in the artificial world, the fake man-made, manipulated world. So he enjoys being an actor. So let him act. It's okay. He likes to be a vegan slave, okay?
Announcing to the world that they're no longer vegan. Often it's a term that's used in the carnivore community to...
They never were vegan, you idiot. They were never vegan, you knucklehead. Look, man, I don't know about this joining the carnivore community. You mean they're joining their natural instincts? Yeah, they went back to their natural habitat, natural instincts. Animals, all of us animals on this planet have a natural tendency to go back to where we were born, possibly die there or whatever. You understand me? Because it's based on instincts. That's all it is. Instincts to survive, instincts to build a nest, lay eggs, procreate, make kids. These are all instincts we're born with. We are not born with knowledge, Mr. Earthling, whatever.
Create this impression that veganism is just not healthy or sustainable as a lifestyle.
Veganism doesn't exist in the realm of humans. It doesn't exist. It only exists in marketing. That's all. Money, making money, selling. If you put it in your mouth, that's up to you. If a scam artist came up to you, a snake oil salesman, and sells you something, and you buy it and put it in your mouth, well, if you were stupid enough to give him your money, he stole your slave money, so then he can sell you some slave snake oil, whatever stuff, and you put it in your mouth and you swallow it. It's your problem, get it? It's your problem.
And I find this all boring and cynical, used for attention and for views.
Isn't that what you're getting? Attention and views, cynical? Isn't that what you're trying to do by doing this?
I'm not really interested in talking about that today.
Okay.
Because what I want to talk about today is how...
Yes, what do you want to talk about?
This term ex-vegan applies to regular normal people. People who aren't like Tim Sheaf or Rawvana, for example, but are just regular normal people in the world. And so rather than approaching this...
Dude, who's normal today, man? Everybody's on a carbohydrate drug-induced diet. Carbs and processed sugar and carbohydrates, which convert to sugar, are drugs. You're eating drugs all day. You can't digest cellulose. You can't get rid of the toxins that are in plants because that's how they protect themselves. They're apex organisms on this planet, dude. And yeah, sugar is a drug, dude. All plants are drugs, and all drugs are made from plants. Where do you think you get marijuana, cocaine, opium? Where do you think you get alcohol and everything? Where do you think you get sugar? There's been studies done on it, Earthling Ed, that sugar is a drug, and sugar causes mitochondrial dysfunction, and so does seed oils, which they use as machine oils. Now they sell it to humans, trying to tell you that they're healthy. And then they're trying to sell you going to the gym is going to get you healthy. Gyms don't make you healthy, and neither do vegan diets. Now I'll tell you this: if you try to live on a vegan diet without eating meat, you will die. You understand? You will die. But if you eat meat, you will live. But if you stop eating meat, you will die. You will die. A lion, if he stops eating meat, he will die. He'll starve to death. Because he's not going to go out, he's not going to eat any of that weird food. If you go to Africa and try to show these people your weird Western foods and stuff and this and that and farms, they're not going to eat that stuff, dude. Farms do not exist. Earthling Ed, I have news for you. Farms do not exist. These engineered fruits and vegetables do not exist in forests. This planet originally was all forests with roaming animals and human species, okay? They were roaming everywhere. They don't exist out there. They were engineered from these plants. They keep engineering them. That's what they did. They call them farms. Farms are man-made. They're manipulated. They're destroying the planet, the air, our water systems. They're polluted because of farms. The amount of chemicals they use, and the plants themselves use chemicals. And everybody's getting sick. It's a business. Your dentist, your doctor, your health food store, the pharmacy, and all these other people, doctors and whatever, hospitals, cancer, diabetes, then they give you shots and everything, and they're all made from plants too. You get it? Do you understand, Earthling Ed, where you are?
Looking at ex-veganism from the perspective of people.
Do you know what it's like to live out in nature? What would you be doing out in nature, Earthling Ed? I have a question for you, Earthling Ed. What would you be doing out there as a human? I know. You don't think you're human. You think you're above. You think you actually know something. Tell me what you know, vegan. Tell me what you know, Mr. Earthling Ed or vegan. You could call yourself anything. You're an actor. You're acting. So call yourself any name. Maybe an astronaut. Oh, I forgot. We're all astronauts because we're flying through space on this cylindrical ball, flying around, twisting at 74,000 miles per hour around the sun, going nowhere but in circles in this hemisphere, this biosphere. We're all astronauts. We're acting astronauts. Okay.
Who go back to eating animal products for pseudo-scientific or pseudo-spiritual reasons. Instead, I want to focus on two other...
Going back to eating animal products. Animals are not a product. They're animals. Their food is what they are. They're food. They're our food. Going back to eating their natural diet, Ed. Yes. See, you even admitted it. Going back to eating their carnivore diet. Yeah, they're going back to eating their natural diet. Yes, Ed. Yes.
Aspects of why people stop being vegan. And the first is to...
Why do they stop being vegan? Because they're it's not their natural diet. That's why. It doesn't contain the things that we need as carnivores. You understand us? As carnivores, we eat meat. It's highly nutrient dense. We don't want to eat. Human bodies do not function on sugar. They don't function well on drugs, bro. Get it? They don't function well on oxalates and drugs, and especially cellulose. Cellulose is not protein. There's no protein in plants because only meat is protein. Animals are protein. Plants are cellulose. Get it? They're fiber. Yeah. Do you understand that? And I don't care if somebody's going to try to tell you that a plant is a protein, then they're making it up. Only animal meat is protein. Get it? A bone is a bone. Meat is protein. Yeah. Plants are cellulose. Get it? There's no protein in there, and there's no nutrients. There's nothing in there. There may be some amino acids, but it's not for human use. You can't use it. There's nothing in there for us. There's no nutrients. In anything, it's anti-nutrients. So.
Look at vegans who are actually very integrated in the community.
Oh.
They go to activism events.
By the way, it destroys your gut, and so you can't digest anything almost anymore. That's why you're crapping all the time. When your gut's working properly, hydrochloric acid and everything, you just dissolve meat. You really literally dissolve meat. You never get inflammation. Your stomach is flat. There's no pain. You never feel full. You can't down more meat because ghrelin and leptin is working properly. The most you can host in your body is about a gram of sugar per day. A gram. But how many grams are you eating in a Coca-Cola there, Ed? Oh, I know, 32 grams of sugar. Oh, man. How many times are you doing that a day? Come on, bro. You know that it's drugs, man. Come on. You know it's drugs. Wake up, man. You pretend like you're intelligent, yet you pretend that you're stupid at the same time. Are you stupid or intelligent? Which one is it?
They're surrounded by
Are you playing stupid, or are you intelligent, or are you actually really stupid and then trying to play intelligent? I don't know which one it
vegans,
is.
and they really allow it to consume their identity. But then over time, lose.
Yeah, soon we're gonna find like vegan crocodiles, vegan lions. Yeah, sure, yeah. Everybody's gonna go vegan. 70% of the animal kingdom out there is carnivore, dude.
That sense of determination and then stop being vegan. So that side of it, but also the flip side, the vegan who goes vegan on their own. They've got no vegan friends, no vegan family members, and they're doing this as an individual on their own with little to no support from their wider friendship and social circles.
No, they got scurvy. That's why they were falling apart. Their hair was coming out. Did you see that compilation? Would you like me to bring it up? It's called the Vegan Compilation. You can watch it. It's on YouTube. Their hair's falling out, their nails, their pee-pee, they have no energy. They're dying, dude. They're basically dying is what's happening. Because that's what happens to carnivores. When they stop eating their natural diet, they die. That's why we still eat a slave diet out there, but everybody's still eating meat, bro. The majority of people out there. But what you're trying to do is the government is feeding you propaganda because you want to eliminate the population. So you want them to go on vegan, go crazy, maybe commit suicide and die or whatever. Or just die of eating veganism. So we can reduce the population, because that's the only way I could see what you're trying to do here. You are propagandizing whatever. This is propaganda, dude, to have us eliminate ourselves.
And so I want to look at both of these kind of versions of a vegan and ultimately what leads some of the people within these versions to become ex-vegans. But before I get into the video and discuss these topics,
Yeah, they got scurvy. That's why they became ex-vegans.
I'd just like to tell you all about today's sponsor. Today's video
They deteriorated and they were dying.
is sponsored by Omni. Now, Omni
Okay, yeah, I don't want to know about
treats for your dog that are designed to be healthy for them.
treats for your dog designed to be healthy. This looks fabricated, bro. This is not natural. This is fake. You want to feed that to your dog? No wonder why they're dying.
As well. The products in the range include supplements to help dogs with tummy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Dogs never get tummy aches or have any problems. They don't need these products. Maybe that's why you're a fake vegan. I think you're just marketing stuff now. These are just all weird products to make money. If you were a normal person, you wouldn't be doing this. Anybody eating a normal diet doesn't need to eat any of these things. They won't have any problems with their bodies.
Issues, joint stiffness, separation anxiety, itchy skin.
Impossible to have anything like that if a dog is eating its natural diet, dude. But of course, you're feeding him fake stuff.
And also for dogs that just need a multivitamin. Now you can use the code ED50 to
Why?
get your first order of Omni products for half.
If they never needed it before, why do they need it now in the 21st century, Earthling Ed?
Price. And if you're not satisfied with their products, well, Omni also offer a money-back guarantee. So a huge thank you to Omni for sponsoring today's video and for importantly allowing us to look after our non-rationales, the psychology behind their decision-making, and maybe understanding these issues can help us.
There's no psychology. When a gun is put to your head, you make a quick decision. It's either survive or die. Yes, Ed, that's the
A bit
reason.
more in terms of being vegan ourselves, but also helping other vegans around us.
We are not a vegan. We are either omnivore or carnivore, and as humans, we're carnivores. There's no such thing as vegan.
So let's start with those vegans who come to activist events and are engaged in the community. Because when I started doing activism,
Those are people that were easily brainwashed. You understand me? People don't know anything out there. They're easily, how should I put it, conditioned and brainwashed by people like you and the government.
many years ago now, there was always a group of people that would come to different events. But the sad thing is, as time went on, a couple of those people who used to go...
You know, everything works in the beginning, Earthling Ed. Even the people that go to the gym, they're always complaining about newbie gains and, you know, I got a genetic limit or I'm a hard gainer and all that. Yeah, they always complain. Everything works in the beginning and then it stops working. You see these ladies running down the street. Well, I lost 10 pounds, but I can't lose any more weight. The weight's not coming off anymore. Because it stops working. Now, why does vegan diet stop work? Why does it work in the beginning, but it doesn't work anymore? Why do they quit? Because it doesn't work. Because you need a nutrient-dense diet, which is only carnivore diet. What we eat, meat. We eat meat. It's a behavior. We're not dieting. We're not dieting, dude. Get it? We're not on diets.
Go to these events all the time, stopped being vegan, and are no longer part of the community. And I always found that really difficult to comprehend. And how could people who clearly know so much...
This poor human, he can't comprehend human cannot comprehend.
who knew about what happens to animals, would show footage, would
We knew what would happen to animals. What about animals, bro? What about animals? A lot of animals, 70% of animals out there eat animals. What about them? We happen to be one of them. What about them?
would discuss these issues with bystanders on the streets. How could these people be the people to go back? And I think that's a really interesting and important.
Go back because they don't want to die. What are you talking about? What about these animals? Are you saying why aren't we hunting out in nature? Why aren't you hunting, you lazy guy? Why don't you go out there and hunt and go kill your animals and go eat? I don't know, man, because it's society, the way it's made. They put us in these cities and stuff. You understand me? They've enslaved you in these cities, and then they enslave you to these diets and things and fake stuff and fake beliefs and all that, whatever, and gotta confirm people's fake beliefs like yours, your fake beliefs.
Less than that, which is how we identify with vegans and veganism as vegan.
Identify as vegan? Wow. Oh, like transgenders. A man, he identifies as a woman, yet there's only two genders. There's male and female, but he wants to be a female. He's an actor. He's acting. Look, if you say this guy's an astronaut, he's not an astronaut. He's acting. The police officer, he's acting. They don't sleep in their uniform when they go home, Ed. They take their uniform off and they sleep like every other human, naked. You understand me? Yeah, yeah. Acting police officer, acting judge.
Vegans.
Struggling with the high costs and long development times?
Sometimes I think it's really important for us to think about our sense of identity and who we are and how we belong in the world as people who are vegans. Because I think one of the problems that people
And how do you see that? How do you belong? Please tell us. I love to
can
know.
have when they get so engrossed in that way, and where it becomes so all-consuming for some people, is that it then becomes a little bit suffocating for them. I often speak to vegans, and they will talk about how they find it really hard to be vegan around friends, family members, or just to exist as vegans. Now, I made a video
Why
going
is
into
that?
this in more detail not so long ago, which I'll link in the top corner.
So you think they are ex-vegans because it's hard to be around other people and be vegan and all that? No, that's not why. You need to watch those vegan compilations again, dude.
Now, so rather than going through those issues, I think it's important to maybe summarize those issues by
Those are not the issues, dude. Those are not the issues. And you know that. The issues were they're falling apart because they're humans. Why are you denying it? Why are you denying that plants are toxic and sugar and drugs and they destroy humans? Why don't you just admit it?
then using the problems that people face in these regards.
What are inside plants, Ed? What are inside plants? Sugar, toxins, and cellulose, water.
To try and shed light on how sometimes people can then find it hard to maintain that conviction to
Sugar?
veganism.
Yes, sugar is not a nutrient, or it's not a vitamin, dude. It's a drug.
Because the truth is,
Have you seen those rats on the test they did? And what is it, NCBI? They did a test on rats, bro. You understand me? They did a test on rats, and guess what? They went for the sugar because it's a stronger drug than cocaine or opium.
when we become so passionately vegan, which it is so important for us to become, but when that passion for veganism can sometimes
Why do you have to become vegan? What's this passion about becoming vegan? So you can torture yourself, so you can starve yourself to death, so you can make yourself crazy and insane? For what purpose? Oh, I know. You want to save the animals. You want to save the animals? Then go kill yourself. How about that? Hey, Ed, why don't you kill yourself? Then you'll save the planet.
then make it difficult for us
You'll save the animals. Kill yourself.
to integrate with the world around us, exist with the world around us.
Yeah, it's
with
going to integrate and exist with the world around us. Oh, man.
then find ourselves stuck between a rock and a hard place, because the world isn't changing fast enough for us to necessarily feel relieved of those feelings that we have.
I have news for you, Ed. When you're dead, the Earth will still be here, this world, this planet. It'll still be here, and it'll be doing whatever it's doing. It's been doing it for billions of years. You're nobody. You're nobody new. You're not going to save the planet. You're not going to do anything, and nobody's going to listen to you. Maybe some crazy people out there. But eventually, they'll come to their senses when they start falling apart, when they start deteriorating.
And so as a consequence, for some people, perhaps they lose that drive for veganism because that's an easy way out of that uncomfortableness. faced with
No. They left because their hair and pee-pee were falling out, dude.
two choices, or this is a false dichotomy, but let's just say faced with two choices, where one choice would be to continue feeling trapped and scared and maybe
Trapped,
angry at the
scared.
world around them, or the other
Yeah.
choice, which would be to relinquish this feeling by going back on yourself, by losing the conviction for the thing that's making you feel that way.
Yeah. While the rest of the population is thriving and surviving and thriving and being well on a eating mostly eating their natural diet, but still suffering because they're still trying to eat plants with people eating out there. Yeah, well, they're all doing well and everything. I have to torture myself and suffer. I have to be on this planet to suffer and torture myself by not eating my natural diet because Ed says I need to save these animals or something. I'm not supposed to eat animals. No, not I'm supposed to eat. I shouldn't eat them because Ed told me I shouldn't. Earthling Ed.
Perhaps it becomes understandable why someone might choose the latter option. The idea
Let me tell you something, Ed. I'm going to eat 4 pounds of steak, 4 or 5 pounds or 6 pounds of steak sometimes, I don't know, a day. Whatever it takes for me to reverse aging and look young and super strong, bro. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't care what you say or anybody else, and I don't think anybody else should.
of giving it up to try and find peace and tranquility. Now, I said before this was a
Yeah.
false dichotomy because I don't think these two things are the only choices we have.
Yes, peace and tranquility and all that. We gotta find peace and tranquility, guys, because you should be a vegan. Is he that daft that he doesn't watch the vegan compilations? They're all dying and falling apart. So should I bring it up right now and show it to him? Nah, he can look it up himself. He knows.
I think we have to find that balance. And maybe for vegans who are so involved in the community that it becomes too
It's like this one guy. This planet's massive. It's like this one guy in his little apartment at home, trying to convince people out there, like a small group of people, save the planet, stop eating animals. Meanwhile, about 8 billion people are eating animals every day. But he's gonna be like, well, at least we have a group of a couple of thousand people that are gonna suffer.
much for them, rather
Yeah.
than taking the immoral way out, which is to give up on your values and ethics.
Wait, the immoral way out? What's immoral about eating what I'm supposed to? What are you talking about?
To betray the very ideals that you were promoting.
What ideals are you promoting? What ideals? There's no such thing as ideals. There's nothing to promote. There's behavior.
Instead of going down that extreme route, perhaps we just have to find
Yeah.
a balance, a way of existing in this world. And I think for most of us as vegans, that's
I love that one. A way of existing in this world. Most of us vegans. Oh yeah, I can be vegan.
what we do. We try our best
We
to
do
find
do.
that balance so that we don't give up on veganism, but we don't become so involved and so
Right.
all-consumed that we begin to look at the world in a very dark way. I think
We don't get consumed. Look at the world in a dark way. Well, when my hair is falling out and my teeth and my gums are receding and my pee-pee's falling out and my energy's going and I'm just like dying. Yes, I should have looked at the world in a dark way because I'm dying. Eating a fake diet.
most of us do hold that line as best as we can. But I think for some people, they really struggle with that. They can't find that balance.
Yeah, we don't want to eat fake diets, dude. You understand me?
They have this very
No fake food, please. No fake food.
black and white thinking where they have to go all in really hard, really quickly, and then it becomes anxiety inducing and stressful and hard and depressing. And then they can't see a way out other than just to give up on it altogether. Now, that's not good. It's not ethically right. But I've always tried to rationalize and
Yes,
understand how someone so involved
He has he?
can all of a sudden go back. And I think it speaks to the importance of having an identity beyond veganism.
Yes, an identity beyond veganism. Yes, thank you. I'm going to cut it short there, friends. I don't know what else to say there. Just getting boring. This guy's, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This is the typical vegan. I think this guy's brain dead, but whatever. You tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, comment down below. Let's help the algorithm, broski. I don't understand nothing this guy's saying.
Veganism should be a big part of our identity, but it shouldn't be
It should be a big part of your identity. What? How? How is it your identity?
our entire identity. It shouldn't be the
Okay, so make it our identity, yes, but we should still eat animals. Okay.
only thing that defines us. Because
I know. If it's not working out, you can slip in some milk there, right? Maybe some milk, maybe some eggs. Okay, Ed.
we're complex, very emotionally attuned human beings. We have passion.
You know, one thing leads to another, Ed. You know, once you start the milk and then you start the cheese, then you get to the eggs. You know, what came first, the egg or the chicken, right? Then you start eating the chicken, Ed. You know, that's the problem with all you vegans, bro. Get it? And then you end up eating a steak and you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever tried before because that's your natural diet. Anyways, Ed, I'll see you in the next one. Ghrelin leptin is not working for you, apparently. Veganism, I heard, destroys brain cells. Anyways, I'll see you in the next friend. I gotta go, bro. This is just too much for me. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.